I heard you say it. It feels different.
Yeah.
MJ said it. CJ said it. Everybody on this
across
show.
the board.
No,
across
never
the board.
me.
Except for
Never
Noodles,
me.
maybe.
I didn't-
And I don't think I did either. but
I was hoping it felt different. We all said it.
yes.
We
Like,
all
what
said
is
it.
this,
We're all
9
guilty.
years? I got to be honest with you. I think I would have pulled the plug after the Columbus-Montreal blow-up back-to-back. I think that's what I would have said.
That was 4 years ago, man.
No kidding.
That was pandemic times, dude. We're outside maskless now.
Yeah.
Like we're cruising around.
We're golfing again.
Buffets are open, man.
So we can hide
That
our
was a
opinion
different-
behind a mask.
Yeah,
like-
that's it. Those were mask takes. We're in
Yeah.
a different world
no,
now.
Listen, I don't want to sound that sharp or harsh on it. I just get frustrated where it's like, I'm getting the same comments that you guys are
Yeah.
from people going, well, you know, they're that close. Like Florida goes and wins the cup, then you took the cup champions to Game 7. They kicked your ass twice in your own building.
Yep.
Like, yes, and the first 2 games, the goaltender was no good for Florida, and yes, you played well, but it just, yes, you made the final 8. If that's what Carolina's now won a game in the conference final, so now they've broken through. So what people are saying was maybe it's the Leafs, they can get to there and they can break through finally. Maybe, but at some point you got to go. Change might be for the better because we don't know what's on the other side of the fence because we haven't seen it in 9 years.
And I think that would actually be very encouraging and very refreshing. And, like I said earlier, it's like writing a script for a HBO show or a Crave show. Like, you got to mix it up, man. You got to change up the characters and the storyline every once in a while.
Right.
What I will say to finish this thought, because this all came up because of the Trey Living news, just that he's speaking on Thursday. If they're out on Mitch or John, I'm not convinced he'll say it. I don't see why he shouldn't. I think it would be actually very beneficial to the fans to prepare them. Like this, we're going to officially change. But I'm not convinced that'll happen just based on the nature of himself and GMs in general. What I do think we'll have an answer on is if he wants both of them back, we'll know it on Thursday. Because he'll answer in a way that'll be, listen, we love these guys. We believe we're real close. And he'll start bloviating. Here I am playing role play Brad Treliving. He'll start saying, well, change comes in different fashions. Maybe we need change in this area. And it'll be a distraction thing.
You think he'll toss out internal improvements?
Internal improvements will come up. Maybe Ross Atkins will show up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got more Marner signs or more likely to happens a little bit later on. So buckle
Dude,
up.
I'll do it all day.
These
I'll
are
do it
great.
all day.
I got a
I think
bunch
we
of
should, guys. I think we should punch our ticket and join the cult. Run it back. Run it back.
All right.
No, I don't think so.
You're not
I'm
going to
not
sell
signing up
me and
for
Noodles
that.
on that. We're
I'm
reasonable. Reasonable people.
What if I come up with one scenario?
You got to sell us. I'll tell you this. You got until 7 p.m. tonight. You haven't until we get off the air. You got to sell us. You got to come up with a pitch. Think about it, and Noodles and I will tell you if we've been swayed at all. We got Emily Kaplan
I'm going to come
coming
back
up.
and I'm going to give you reason number 1 to run it.
All right, you got reason number 1. We got Emily Kaplan coming up in Edmonton ahead of Game 4 tonight. Confirm or deny still to come. I was witnessing firsthand absolute lunacy on a kids' soccer group chat last night that I have to run this story past you guys. The world, man, is just a weird place. It's a weird place. I'll run this little dilemma past you guys, and you both have kids, so you probably know exactly where it's going. Get to that a little bit later this afternoon. Overdrive continues. TSN 1050 and on the TSN app.
Now, back to Overdrive with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog.
Overdrive continues, powered by FanDuel, bringing you everything from the opening line to the final score. I nailed that read after yesterday's debacle.
Wow, that was a tough one yesterday. That show went off the rails after that.
Yeah, it wasn't good, man.
Tough.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good because, I was talking to someone about it this morning that, when the Leafs are in the playoffs, you're on a high. There's a lot of energy. You're talking about them all the time. They're going to win. They're going to lose. You're teeing up games. You're breaking down games. And even the first couple rounds of the playoffs are just a lot of fun. The Jets are playing, and Ottawa's in there, and you got Edmonton going. You got all
Let's
these
be real.
different
There's
things.
a lull cooking right now.
Yeah, and yesterday was, a week removed, and the Shanahan news was done, and all the players were gone, and it was it was a weird vibe. And the Jays were playing in the afternoon, and you're tracking that. And anyway, Jays back in action tonight. We got Game 4 of the Oilers and the Stars, and Emily Kaplan is out there. She'll join us here in a moment.
You want my first pitch?
Yes. Give us the pitch here. Give us the pitch on why the core four should return for another dance.
Guys, the one thing that you're forgetting is we need another chance with a healthy Stolars. It hasn't been talked about enough. We had to go through the whole series without our starting goaltender, and it's just been dismissed. We deserve another shot because our number one guy wasn't in the cage for all 7. Let's do it.
Okay.
Hashtag run it back.
They didn't
It's
have
not
a
gonna sell
problem
me,
keeping the
but-
puck out of the net.
Noodles,
They didn't
we'll talk
score.
about it after we speak with Emily.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a compelling case. I don't think it's going to land, but it's an interesting first pitch, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Not going to land.
All right, Game 4 tonight. We've got Oilers, we've got Stars, and here's Emily Kaplan of ESPN who's out there. How much fun is this, Emily, watching McDavid and Draisaitl play every night?
Oh, it's such a treat. I take it for granted, right? Like, we live in an era where the hockey is better than ever. Like, the guys are so skilled and so fast. And I just remember Game 1, right? Like, they lost, but they were just buzzing at a different gear. And you just see the motivation. You see how badly they wanted. And it just feels like a privilege just to get the vantage points. And I do, and the access that I do to get to talk to these guys.
Emily, what kind of mood is your colleague Ray Ferraro in these days? Is he happy and bubbly, or what kind of spirits is he in at this particular
This
moment
guy,
of the
this
season?
guy.
Yeah.
He is the only one that I know of that got out in the one off day to go fly home to Vancouver. Apparently, Cammie runs a tight ship, get to mow the lawn, walk the dog, and got back here. So he was very refreshed this morning. I don't know if he did his own laundry, but he came with clean clothes, and that's always a good sign.
Yeah, we noticed that. We spoke with him yesterday, and he slid that in that he was in Vancouver. I think he was actually cleaning off his golf clubs because he said he's closing in on the end of the season. So that was actually
that's why
why
he
he went
couldn't
home.
spend a day like golfing with his coworker here in beautiful Edmonton. That's another way to spend the day, but
There you
I
go.
digress.
That's very true, very true. And you're right, about the McDavid and Draisaitl kind of taking it for granted. And how well they're playing, but they're not alone. Like, Zach Hyman is a guy we're obviously very familiar with here in Toronto, and Toronto guy, played for the Leafs for a long time. The other night, he had 2 goals and 10 hits, like double-digit registered hits in the playoffs for a guy who scored twice, and 2 beauties, like high blocker on a breakaway, and then taps one out of midair on a 2-on-1 to basically turn the lights out from Evander Kane the other night. Watching that live, like how physical he is, how he skates, and then he has hands like he did. Pretty special player, and like basically the definition of a playoff player, the way that Zach Hyman's playing right now.
Yeah, I don't have to make any comparisons of, what would it be like if he was in Toronto. We can just focus on him
Yes.
where his feet are now. It's special. He's one of my favorite guys to talk to, too. He's so humble, right? Like, when you ask him about those hits, and it's really remarkable, right? Like, he's lapping the field.